What advice would you give to your younger self?
The advice I would give to my 20-year-old self would be to work harder. You know, even when it feels like the work isn't mattering, it will matter. You know, delayed does not mean denied. I know, young man, that you want things. Keep putting the work in. It's all about the work. Have faith and trust that the seeds that you plant today will grow into the tree that you want it to be. I know the reason I didn't have a long football career. It was because I didn't do enough work. I had chances when I was at San Jose State to stay the summer at San Jose, work out, get a job up there, and continue to train in a very structured and secluded environment. But I chose to go back to Southern California, where the beach was, where my dad was, where the drugs were, where the party was. So by choosing to do that and not being disciplined enough, not being focused enough, I did not do enough work.
This goes back to Japan, that first assignment. I would tell myself that the things I was feeling were normal, and that I needed to find the courage to be more vulnerable with people, which is like not the thing you expect a fighter pilot to say, I don't think. But I needed to let down my guard. You know, Brene Brown talks all about vulnerability, and she talks about like armor. I was like a knight, right? Like the full armor suit on, like no one could see me flinch. But they needed to know when I needed help, and I needed to ask for things that I was struggling with and ask for mentorship. And that would have created some really incredible relationships, some really incredible friendships. And I think, you know, my career worked out really well in the end, but I went through some very long years that were not enjoyable at that phase. And I could have gone through that a lot smoother if I had been willing to just let that guard down a little bit.
Wow, slow down. Don't grow up too fast. My 18-year-old self, I wouldn't say he was reckless.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was the most responsible person, but I would tell him, slow down, be patient, and let it happen when it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Everything has a season.
Okay.
Society is a little different these days, but people they want the now.
Yeah.
It's like working out. I want to look like this now. I want this right now. No, be patient.
And would your 18-year-old self listen?
Yes and no.
That's the hard one. Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I can honestly tell you, because there's that stubborn side. I got this. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guy.
Yeah. Who needs the
You know,
advice?
hey, I need to take heed to that.
Embrace loneliness. This is something I've been saying a lot online lately, and I want to make sure that I nail it home right now. Embrace fucking loneliness. This is a statement that I need everybody to understand. If you're listening to this fucking video, listen to this audio, wherever the case may be. A lot of individuals are surrounded by losers that are dragging them down because they don't understand how to be alone. And it's usually because they are terrified of themselves. They don't like the thoughts in their head. They don't understand how to be with themselves. They don't understand how to be with their own company. So they surround themselves with people that are toxic for their situation. So even though you know you really don't want to go to the fucking bar, you go to the bar anyways because you don't want to be alone at home. Because you don't want to be perceived a certain way by individuals that you don't even fucking like going to the bar with. What the fuck are we doing? It just becomes this weird hamster wheel of bullshit. Like, you don't want to go, you don't really want to hang out with the people, but you don't want to be looked at like a bitch. So you go anyways, and then you hate your life, and then you're angry, and then you do, like, it just becomes weird. So like, the reason why I've embraced or seen the success that I have and developed the discipline that I have is because I was lonely as fuck. In that time frame of me being an iron worker, and again, I wish I knew dates. Like, I've been trying to go back and like cross-reference, but I deleted so much at the beginning of my fitness journey because I was so fucking disgusted of myself that I like wiped it, and now I'm like an idiot. Like, I wish I had it. But like looking back at that it was just a weird like breakdown. If I would have just embraced that loneliness even more, I would have seen success even faster, because that loneliness turned me into this person. Like, I didn't have anyone to go to the bar with anymore. I didn't have anybody to hang out with anymore. I was just me. I got off work and no one wanted to be around me because I was just a wreck, like a fucking liability. And being that liability turned me into the asset that I am now.
I also tell people when I'm mentoring them is like, if you know you're going to lose your shit, come to me. I know exactly what's happening in the process. I understand you're not trying to hurt me. I understand that you're just letting this natural, normal emotion out of you, and you aren't an expert on how to release anger.
Yeah.
Most people aren't.
No.
So I'm like, come to me. I completely understand. And I am a safe place for you to lose your anger on. You know, say whatever you want. It's not going to stick. So.
I'll put your number in my phone and call you up next time.
Yeah, I was like, ring, ring. It's like, what the hell did you do to me? I'm going to become a YouTube sensation overnight. How to deal with anger.
Yeah. I think that advice is going to be really helpful to a lot of people.
So I would tell my 20-year-old self, do the work now. Work when you're tired, work when you're exhausted, work when you don't see results. But it's all like money in the bank. And that interest of the work will compound and you'll get what you want.
Yeah. And be patient, right?
I don't know if you need to be patient.
Okay.
I don't think patience matters. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just about doing the work, whether you're patient or impatient. The work is the work.
Yeah.
It's doesn't reflect.
It'll compound. You have to wait for it.
Yeah, but it has. If you're patient or not patient, it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
still have to do the work.
Interesting.
So someone who does the work who's impatient is going to get the same results as someone who does the work who's patient.
Yeah.
If they do the same amount of work.
Yeah.
Impatience or patience isn't, to me, isn't relevant.
Yeah, good to know.
It's just, it's just, there is no secret.
Yeah.
Everyone, like I said, everyone's looking for a secret. I would have told myself that. Everyone's looking for a secret, for a shortcut. There are no secrets.
Yeah.
Just wake up every day and you do the damn work. And it's gonna suck. You're not gonna like it some days. But when you can learn to love the feeling of doing the work as much as you hate doing the work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can learn to love that feeling of accomplishment after doing the work as much as sometimes you hate doing the work.
Yeah.
If you can connect those, that allows you to do the work.